Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Last year I decided to clean out my seed collection. So I planted all the old seeds around the yard and in containers. Surprisingly, most of them made it. That's why I have so many tomato plants and greens growing all over the place. And I'm not mad at that. And it seems like that was the perfect amount to provide a consistent harvest and making a meaningful dent in our grocery bill. And organized for spring seed sowing, I realized I was out of the seeds in most of my favorite plant categories. So I had to make some big orders this winter. And I've been saving my orders as they come in so I can unpack them all at once. So let's run inside and open our seed orders. Here we go. All right, first up, territorial. Didn't get a huge order because I also ordered some live plants and those will be coming later. Then we have this bad boy. Oh, God. Yes. Lots of flowers this year. These guys all did really well last year, so I'm just doubling up and focusing on the ones that worked in the heat. All right, let's get these seed packets loosely organized, or at least pull out the flowers first. We have lots of herbs, squash, gourds, and greens in here. I always appreciate a good seed starting guide. And once we get the seed packets organized, we'll take a closer look at them. Chili and onion seeds don't remain viable for very long, so I like to order them on a regular basis. And it's fun to try new varieties. Yes. Oh, please. Tinies. What others? All right, guys. Organize here just a second. All right, let's make room for the next order from Southern Seed Exchange. Replenishing of seeds this year. They also did a great job packing the seed packets. There were 2 pieces of cardboard protecting the seeds so they wouldn't get crushed in transit. I'm always a sucker for fun seed names, like hog brain, southern peas. Who could resist that? And of course, I have more flowers. I'm just going to get these in order and all facing the same direction so they're easy to put in their categories later. I also decided to order a lot of melons this year. A couple of years ago, I grew a ton of watermelons and cantaloupes under the fruit trees as a living mulch. Oh, cool. And the melons were fragrant and delicious, unlike anything I've tasted before from the grocery store. And my husband and I really missed them last year. So we're going to put them back in this year and let them grow up to sugar cane and bamboo. Here we have a lot of cucumbers, tomatoes, eggplant, chilies and greens and beets for the fall. I juice, so I need a lot of everything. Yep. Yes. Okay, now that the seed packets are organized, let's take a closer look at what we have. I always order calendula flowers, even though I have an established patch that's self-seeding. And I want as much diversity as possible, and there are a ton of varieties to choose from. There'll be a solid foundation for the flower patch I'm planning. And this is buckwheat. I actually picked this up in the fall from Terroir Seeds here in Arizona. It's a heat-loving cover crop, and I let it flower because all of the beneficials love them. Yard-long or asparagus bean seeds, a heat-loving bean. And my main project this year is trying out sorghum. I've never grown it, but I found out it actually loves growing in heat. And I love anything that produces a lot of biomass that I can use for mulch. More beans and cucumbers, so Armenians, and I've had luck with the Japanese varieties for hot weather, as well as, of course, okra for my giant collection of okra plants. Lots of squash, summer squash as well as winter squash. The first year we had them, there wasn't a ton of shade, so our fall harvest didn't really make it. A lot of them got sunburned, but we have a decent microclimate now with our larger trees. And as I mentioned before, lots of melons. Tiger should be fun. Lots of cantaloupe and watermelon. I did a mix, mostly small varieties, so they wouldn't get out of control, and a few large ones for fun. And here are my heat-loving greens, Malabar, Auric, and I already have Calendula going. I think it's time to store these guys, so I'll make some room for my box. This system works the best for me. I've tried a ton of different ways, so I just use Ziploc bags, and I put the category in the label section and store them away. And that way I can just pull an entire section when I'm ready to start seeds. And I know everyone was wondering where my collards are. Here it is. I made an order in the fall straight away. I always have a big collection of heirloom varieties. All right, that's it. Time to actually garden. See you guys next time.